Well, this might end up being probably our toughest test of the season as we take on a very angry Auburn team who's coming off a tough loss last week to LSU. Before I get deeper into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be a little bit more selective with the highlights of other games that I show, mainly because it just eats up a lot of time and eats up a lot of space on my laptop. I want to get more consistent with how many videos I put out on a weekly basis, and I feel like cutting back on the highlights from other games will help me do that. But going into this game, we do have another player that we have to suspend, unfortunately. And that's left outside linebacker Jeff Bablavi. He violated team rules. More specifically, he had the police called to his apartment, which is kind of an issue, and he's going to be out for the next 3 games. We're missing 3 of our starting defensive players against one of the best teams in the nation. What could possibly go wrong? I'm just a little bit worried about stopping their running game led by Kenny Irons, and Brandon Cox is a pretty good quarterback as well. So if we want any shot at beating this team, we're going to have to really keep Irons under wraps. We're going to start off with the football here, and it's 1st and 10. We're going to fake it, and Willy's going to get sacked almost immediately. Giving up a sack on play action to start the game isn't exactly what we had in mind. We're going to try the option here. We pitch it out to Patterson, and he picks up about 15. Hopefully we're able to pick up the first down here, as I would love to get on the board in this first drive, but that's a terrible throw. We're going to get called for holding, and we're going to have to punt it away. Going 3 and out against a team like Auburn is never ideal, and here's Irons juking out a defender already, picking up a few yards. We're going to have to find a way to slow him down. He can't keep getting 5 yards per carry, and he's going to break another tackle, and he picks up yet another first down. Auburn's already in Buffalo territory, and if we want any shot at beating this team, again, Irons cannot get going like he is already, but he coughs it up there, and McLaughlin picks it up. Boy, they really dodged a bullet there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Pitch out to Irons, and this time we're able to bring him down for a loss. We're going to have to keep up the intensity if we want any shot at beating Auburn. Cox is going to drop back, throws it underneath the Irons, and he's tackled well short of the marker. We actually got to stop, so now we get the football back, and we're going to get it to Patterson. He's going to get a nice gain there. Ball control is going to be very important against a team like Auburn here, as Willy drops back, throws it left side, and it's going to be tipped away. Got to find a way to get a first down here, as we're going to pitch it out to Patterson. He has to cut it back, and he loses yardage. Back-to-back 3 and outs is not ideal for our offense, as Irons gets a nice run there. It's going to be 2nd and 3 now, and this time Cox is going to run on the QB draw. He gets the first down and more, deep into our territory now. Now we can't stop the quarterback from running on us. This is going to be an issue, as Irons gets stopped this time. I'd much prefer tackle for a loss, but hey, we're actually going to get one right here. Good play by Smith there. It was actually at the line of scrimmage as Cox drops back under pressure, breaks away from a sack, finds Rodriguez, and he's going to cough it up, and we're going to pick it up this time, as Jackson is going to be brought down at about the 16. Absolutely clutch play by our defense to keep them off the board. Here's Willy on the play fake. He goes left side, finds Upshaw, who's tackled at the 30. That's our first down of the game, and they're going to get called for encroachment there to give us an easy 5 yards. About 1:46 to go. It's a 2nd and 5 here, and Willy finds Bro over the middle, and Bro is into Auburn territory. Our defense is mainly playing their role here. We just need the offense to convert here, and Upshaw is going to make the grab, breaks a couple of tackles, gets the first. Now we just need to get into the end zone here, as Willy on the play fake will look down the field, finds Bro again. He's going to get inside the 10 up to about the 6. We're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal from the 4, and we are going to get called for a false start. It goes without saying that that's not what you want to see on 1st and goal from the 4. Willy's going to throw over the middle, and he's going to find Patterson for the touchdown. That's what you want to see in a goal-to-go situation. Stop the count. We're up 7-0 late in the first quarter. They're going to give it to Irons, and he is going to pick up a solid gain of about 5. That'll end the first quarter. It's 7-0 Buffalo. Man, I wish football was only a quarter long at this point, as Cox is going to throw left side, is broken up on 3rd down. We'll get the ball back. Auburn set up the punt here from their 30, and it's a solid punt. I really hate this return camera, as I've stated in the past. But here's McDuffie breaking a tackle. He's going to get around the gunner, and McDuffie's going to take this one to the casa. So now we have a 2-score lead over Auburn. Having a 2-score advantage over a team like Auburn is great, but keeping it is going to be the tough part as Goggins stays hard and gets the first down. This Auburn offense is definitely capable of putting up points very quickly as McLaughlin picks up a few yards on the play. But even with the defensive players we're missing, we got to find a way to get a stop here as Irons picks up the first down. Auburn's going to score at some point, but we got to make sure that we make them work for it as Rodriguez picks up a few yards on the catch. 2nd and 5 now, as they're going to drop back again with Cox. Cox throws on the run, finds Taylor over the middle. That's going to be another first down into Buffalo territory. They got the ball at the 40 here as they'll hand it off to Irons. He breaks a tackle, but he gets stuffed at the line. We just got to keep on making stops against Irons as he gets the pitch here, and byrom is going to stop him behind the line this time. Got to keep making plays here. 3rd and 11, they're going to throw it. As Cox steps up, throws over the middle. It's caught by Taylor, and he's going to get the first down at about the 25. That one's a bit of a letdown, but now it's 2nd and 8. Cox will drop back. He throws left side, and it's going to be caught by Taylor, who's tackled at the 1. Taylor is just cooking us right now as Cox drops back, throws right side. It's going to be caught by Smith out of the backfield. Touchdown, Auburn. Giving up a touchdown on that drive absolutely sucks, but we definitely made him work for it, but now we have to answer back. As Willy's looking down the field, looking for somebody, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. Nobody got open, and I just should have threw that away. But anyways, it's 2nd and 18. Willy throws right side, finds Watson for a short gain. Now we're facing a 3rd and 9, and Willy drops back, looking, and he's going to be brought down for the sack. Not an ideal time to give up a sack there as they're going to get the ball back. And there's going to be a grab by Dunn. He breaks the tackle. He's up to the 26. Auburn's getting ready to tie this one up right before the half as Irons gets the pitch, gets around the corner, and he's going to pick up the first down. And he only has 49 yards on 14 carries. So for the most part, we're doing a good job of stopping him, but now we got to get a stop on 3rd down. Cox throws right side. That's going to be caught by Goggins, but he's not going to carry the boats. They have to settle for a field goal now, and we nearly block it, but they get the kickoff, and it's good. So it's 14-10. So now 1st and 10 from the 30. Willy will drop back under pressure. He's going to be brought down for the sack. He just has nowhere to go. The O-line's just not doing anything for him. They only rushed 4 on the play, and they still got to him. So our O-line just isn't doing their job right now, but Patterson is doing his job, getting about 12. Honestly, we got to find a way to get him some more carries as we're going to do that right now. And he runs right into a defender. Could have had the first, but he didn't get it. Auburn has 37 seconds to get down the field and at least get a field goal as Cox throws left side to Taylor. He gets away from my entire defense and he's going to get into the end zone. That is just tragic. That's all I can say about that. Just a complete defensive breakdown there after we had such a good first half for the most part. Willy's going to get sacked again, and we're just going to run the clock down to go to the halftime. We're down 17-14. It's a new half of football, so anything can happen here. Hopefully that anything is good for us, as we're going to get a pick on the first offensive play from scrimmage. Drews comes up big for us. Now we got to find a way to get the ball into the end zone here as Willy steps up, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught by Kizabeth for the first down. See, Willy's actually a good quarterback when he actually has time to throw the football, but Patterson runs right into a defender for a loss. Maybe we should stop running east and west with him, but we're not going to learn our lesson here. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal, and Willy just gets nanoed. Our O-line absolutely blows. Now we have to settle for 3 because our O-line absolutely sold, and McGroarty's going to make it a 17-17 tie. Now can our defense get another turnover? That'd be lovely as Cox runs the play action, dumps it off to McLaughlin. Good tackle by Drews there. Now it's 2nd and 7, and they're going to direct snap it to Irons. He's going to cut it left side, and he's just short of the first down. 3rd and 1 now, and they're going to give it to McLaughlin. He gets hit hard, but he still gets the first. 2nd and 8 now, and here's a counter to Irons. Plenty of space for him, but Drews with a nice hit. Now it's going to be 3rd and 3, and they're going to fake it this time. Cox looks right side, just overthrows his intended target, thank the Lord. That probably would have been a touchdown if he connected with it, but thankfully we get the ball back. Patterson coughs it up now, and David Irons, Kenny Irons' brother, is going to recover it, and he takes it back for a touchdown. We did such a great job of not turning the ball over for most of the game, and then Patterson just screwed it up for us. Now Auburn has all the momentum in the world. Now we're trying to run a screen to James Starks, and that's going nowhere. Willie is really shook right now. If you're overthrowing a screen, you got issues. And he's ahead as he throws this one. Nothing is going our way right now. It ain't looking too good at all as Cox throws over the middle, finds Hawthorne short of the marker. Now it's going to be 2nd and 6. Cox going to drop back again, throws right side to Irons, and Byrom with a nice open field tackle. If there's one defensive player I can count on, it's Kareem Byrom. He's come up big for us in a lot of games so far this season, but we give up a big play there, but it's coming back on a holding call. We really got bailed out there, but now we have to make a stop once again, and Hawthorne isn't even close to the marker. Now we need the offense to find their stones here as Willie drops back, throws right side into triple coverage, actually quadruple. Sheesh. Terrence Bro is hurt now. That's great. Now our most reliable receiver is hurt, and now Willie's getting sacked again. This offensive line is just so unreliable so far in this game, as Willie throws right side, just overthrows his intended target, and we're punting again. This has just been a rough play so far for us, as Irons gets a handoff. It doesn't go very far. Our offensive line has been absolutely putrid so far in this game, as Cox throws over the middle, finds Taylor. He's going to get the first down up to the 22. Been a bit of a frustrating game so far. Handoff to Irons, and he's going to get maybe a yard. 2nd and 9 now, time winding down. They're going to get called for a false start, so finally something goes our way. It feels like Auburn has really dominated this entire third quarter for the most part, as Cox gets away from Abraham, throws it to the end zone, and Taylor comes down with it for the touchdown, as Sears just didn't make a good play on the ball. This is just getting really out of hand right now. We got to get some kind of points on this drive, as Patterson breaks a tackle, and he gets about 8 on the play. 3rd and 3 now, final play of the third quarter. Patterson is just smacked. He has nowhere to go. And that's how we're going to end the third quarter. We're down 31-17. We pretty much have to go for it here. We don't really have any hope of stopping their offense, as Terrence Bro's back in the game. He makes the grab for the first. Yes, it was risky to go for it on 4th down, but we really have nothing to lose at this point, as Willie throws right side, and that should have been picked off. I wouldn't be surprised if Willie's just traumatized from how many times he's gotten hit so far in this game, but a nice diving catch by Bro. So now 3rd and 2, we're going to hand it off to Patterson. He has nowhere to go, and he loses a couple yards there. But we're going for it again. Scared money don't make none. Willie is going to throw over the middle. We find Bro, but he doesn't get the first down, actually gets smacked there, and Willie's hurt on the play, and he'll come out. Oh, that was rough. And now Cox and them are probably going to put us away here, as Irons makes the grab and just drags Drews as he picks up the first down. This has just been really tough to watch and play, of course, but we get to stop there. And it's definitely looking like it's going to be tough for us to come back in this one, because they're definitely going to get points here. And what can I say? Our secondary just can't stop these jump balls. They're up by 3 scores, 38-17, and now Stuart Sampson's in the game. We're just trying to protect Willie at this point. That's incomplete. We might as well go for it here. Again, we're down 3 scores, not much left to lose. Sampson's going to throw this one. That should have been picked off. It's a turnover on downs. This game's essentially over. We're just waiting for Auburn to put us out of our misery. And here's Cox thrown underneath to Goggins, and he's going to carry the boats this time. And yes, I'm very aware that that's not how David Goggins spells his last name, but it's still pronounced the same, as Hawthorne gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and we're down by 4 scores now. This is just exasperating at this point. As Sampson steps up, he's going to be brought down for the sack. What else is new? Our offensive line is terrible. But in actuality, we're playing against the number 8 team in the nation. Obviously, they're not going to play as well against a team like this, but it's still frustrating. Auburn's going to kick one more field goal just to rub it in our faces a little bit more. It's 48-17. Really not much to say about this one. We played great in the first quarter. After that, it just turned into an absolute bloodbath. Drew Willy went 10 of 21 for 133, a touchdown, and he was sacked 7 times. Jared Patterson, 51 yards on 15 carries, also had a fumble and a receiving touchdown of 9 yards. Terrence Breaux, 5 catches, 65 yards. Kareem Byrom, 12 tackles, 2 TFLs, 1 pass deflection, and 2 forced fumbles. Tom Drews, 9 tackles, 1 INT, and a pass deflection, but just a rough game for us all in all. Since we have a bye week in week 5, I might show you guys highlights of other games from around the country, as well as give you a full update on who is still on our recruiting board. So I'll show you the top 10 still. We have Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC, LSU, and West Virginia rounding out the top 5. Auburn goes up to 6 from number 8. FSU's up to number 9. Gotta love that. Texas lost to Iowa State. Yikes, they're down to 13. Louisville lost to Kansas State. They're down to 17. Cal lost to Arizona State. They're down to 24. And Alabama and Georgia are both out of the top 25 now. And in the media poll, the top 5 spots are the exact same as they were last week for the most part. Texas is number 12 now after dropping from 6. That was rough. Penn State down to 16. Louisville down to 20. And Arizona State's ranked now. And looking at the Heisman watch, Brady Quinn is still number 1. Rufus Alexander's moved up to number 2 after a big game against Middle Tennessee State. Ted Ginn Jr., who's made some big plays you guys have seen, is up to number 3. Chad Henne's number 4 for Michigan. And Florida State quarterback Drew Weatherford, who I personally was not a big fan of when he played at FSU, he has 12 touchdowns and 0 picks and is number 5 in the Heisman ranking. We're off for week number 5, so I'll probably show you guys a couple highlights from some other games, and I'll update you guys on recruiting and all that.